My name is Nils Christiansen of DR Solicitors, and what I'll be talking about today is primary care networks. As you will all be aware, your primary care network agreements need to be in place by the 30th of June in order to secure the initial funding of the DES monies. The key to primary care networks is keeping them simple and keeping them flexible. But bear in mind that your primary care network agreement is a legally binding document. It's really important that whatever is drafted is something you can rely on in the event of a dispute. So it needs to be done properly in a legally enforceable way. We're acting for many primary care networks around the country, and one of the challenges that we find is that people don't really understand the interrelationships between the different entities. And that's something that I want to take you through now. We've got some slides I'm going to show you. Firstly, you've got the core network practices. The core network practices are the primary care practices, the GP practices who are holding the GMS or PMS or APMS contracts. Now they are the ones who hold the DES, and therefore all the money which flows through the DES belongs to those practices. You need the governance in your primary care network agreement for those core network practices to work together. Secondly, you've got the other members. Now the other members are different from the core network practices because these are the organisations which are providing services which are not list-based, but which need to integrate with the primary care practices in order to deliver better, more integrated services. So those organisations need to be listed separately as members, and it will require a different type of governance because clearly the decisions around how you're going to spend your DES money are very different to the kind of decisions around how you're going to integrate care services. Thirdly, you've got subcontractors, organisations like GP federations. And it's important to realise that they are subcontractors for the DES. The DES money comes into the core network practices and is owned by the core network practices. If you involve a federation in delivering services associated with the DES, then it's a subcontract, and you need to have a subcontract arrangement between the core network practices and the federation. And lastly, you've got other organisations, which in terms of the schedules is on Schedule 7. And those organisations they're more stakeholder type organisations. So they might be commissioners, they might be the council, they might be patient groups or the Health and Wellbeing Board. And they're organisations who wouldn't necessarily get a vote as a member of the primary care network agreement, but nonetheless they are organisations who are key stakeholders who will need to be consulted. The key to your primary care network agreement is understanding that there are up to 4 different groups of organisations, all of whom need to be catered for in different ways in the primary care network agreement. The core network practices, the members, any subcontractors and other organisations. We can help you with all of that, and we can help you deal with making what can be rather complex, making it simple and making it future-proofed. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.